welcome back to Alp Off the Top. My name is Adam, and today we're going to be doing our predictions for the first round of the AFL Finals. We are finally here. All the pretenders have fallen away, and now we're left with just contenders for the biggest prize in AFL football, aka the Premiership. We've got 8 teams, and I would say at points during the year, the 8 teams that are left over have looked like potential premiers, which that tells me that we have got the cream of the crop here. I think we have got a fantastic final series, an exciting final series to look forward to. We've got 4 fantastic matches to begin with, which I'll be definitely sitting down and watching all 4 of them. And of course, I'm going to be continuing my margin tipping competition all the way through the footy finals for the next month. And that will be your chance to win either a pack of either Team Coach or Footy Stars, or of course, you can take a pick from my trade folder. Let's get into it. Let's have a look at the teams that we've got left over in the top 8 and let's have a go. I've just gone to afl.com.au. Obviously, Team Coach is, finished up for the year. They don't go through finals and all that sort of stuff. So we've got in the first game on the Thursday night, aka tonight, if you're watching this on the day I release it, Port Adelaide versus the Cats. Port Adelaide finishing top of the ladder. Congratulations, all Power fans, being minor premiers. And Cats, of course, finishing top 4, giving that second chance. If only they had 9 lives. Am I right? That's a cat joke, if you're wondering. But this is a really interesting game. First of all, it's in Port. So Port is a super strong team inside at Port. Port also plays what I would call finals footy, right? Like they play that same sort of game the Tigers have played over the last few years, and obviously the Tigers have been pretty successful, is that pressure, hard work, push the ball forward sort of game style. They've got big, huge Charlie Dixon there. When he is on, they are so unstoppable. But on the other flip side of that coin, you've got the Cats, who have looked one of the most informed teams going into the last month or two of the year. Tommy Hawkins, he's just been so good. They love getting a bit of space for big Tommy Hawkins to find his own feet and dominate that forward line. You got Paddy Dangerfield, who I think it's an absolute travesty the fact that Danger hasn't been in the grand final yet. I know Cats fans and Crows fans for that matter, where he obviously started his career. It's just a travesty. He's been one of the best players in the AFL, and in a lot of seasons, the best player in the AFL, and he hasn't played in grand final yet, which is crazy to me. The Cats have been in absolute huge form. Guthrie playing well, Duncan playing well, Selwood playing well, Gaz is back in the team, so this is actually, I really feel like this could go either way. Because I think with the Melbourne teams this series is that because no Melbourne team is really getting a home final, they have no choice but to just go all out, right? Whereas Port in Port, that is a good matchup. Ollie Wines is playing well. Travis Boak is going to have a good attack. He's actually second favourite for the Brownlow behind Lachie Neale, which is fantastic. I think I'm tipping Port. I think I'm tipping Port purely because Port, finishing top of the ladder, want to have a big impact straight away, and it's in Port, and that is a big deal. And they want to maintain that home ground advantage. There's not many teams who actually will get home ground advantage during this final series, but Port having it all the way through to the grand final could be really, really important. I think they'll play really hard, high pressure games. Next game we got is, that's not Friday night. Friday night is the Tigers versus the Lions. Obviously, I'm ticking my Tigers. Obviously, I'm tipping the Tigers. However, this is by no way a guaranteed game for the Richmond Football Club. I would say everything's been pumped up this week. Everything's been pumped up about, over the last 2 weeks, is that the Tigers haven't lost to the Lions in 15-something games or something like that. They haven't lost to the Gabba for ever and a day. It's all being lined up for the Tigers are this dominant force. However, if anyone knows and watched those games, like the finals last year, and any of those games in recent times, you know that the Lions probably should have won those games. It was just come down to inaccurate kicking. They should have put us 6 goals behind in last year's final, but they didn't kick straight, and then Dusty decided to go off. That's all that happened in last year's final. Pretty much the same thing happened in this year's round, in this year's game between them as well. The Lions should have put the Tigers away really early, but they just didn't kick accurately. They left the door open and the Tigers walked through it. This is finals time. You've got Lachie Neale, who is currently the best player in the comp. He's likely for the Brownlow. It's not an easy game for the Tigers by any stretch of the imagination. The Tigers aren't playing Tom Lynch. They're looking after him, protecting him, taking advantage of the second chance, so at the very least. Obviously, I'm tipping the Tigers. However, it would not be surprising to me if the Lions get up on this one. The next game is, I think it's Eagles Pies. Yeah, I think it's Eagles Pies. I think it's Eagles Pies in the next order of things. Sorry. All right, Eagles versus the Pies, 5th versus 8th. The Eagles on any day could be the best team in the entire league, and Collingwood, despite their little wobble in the last few months or so, have got so many players back that they are actually looking really terrifying again in the finals. This is an exciting final. Elimination finals are always exciting. The first 2 games, the losing team, they get a second chance. Not a huge issue. But Eagles versus the Pies, hey? This is a tough game. Where's it getting played? And, oh, by the way, I was wrong. It's Saturday. The day game is Saints versus Bulldogs, and the Saturday night match is the Eagles. And I think it's at, WA. The Melbourne teams have nothing to lose in this year just because 1, 2, 3, 4, like there's 5 Melbourne teams. None of them are getting home ground advantage, so they're just going all out. However, I think the Eagles are getting picked this up. I think the Eagles, they're turning up to play. It's in WA, which means they're always a better team. And the Pies being incredibly valiant. I think it'll be a really close game. I think it'll be really, really, really close game. But I think the Eagles are probably going to get there, and that's going to set up, in my opinion, a Cats versus Eagles semi-final. And the Saints versus the Bulldogs. These are the 2 teams that are sitting back and thinking, what if? Just what if? In this crazy up and down, ridiculous season that was 2020, what if it happens? The Saints have looked so good over the first half of the season. They struggled a little bit when they, in the second half with a few injuries and a few bits and pieces, but they were fine. Whereas the Doggies have come home strong as anything. I've told you from day one that I think the Bulldogs are going to be the scary upsets in this entire thing. These are the 2 teams that are looking at the Bulldogs of 2016 and going, you know what? It can happen, right? It can actually happen. Neither of those teams are ever going to have home ground advantage. You've just got to go out there and put everything left on the oval. Elimination final. I think the class and the skill of the Western Bulldogs is going to pull them through over the top of the very young and exciting Saints. But the Bulldogs have been there before. Bomps, McRae, Libba, Caleb Daniel, Lockie Hunter, Mitch Wallace, Aaron Norton, Tim English has just come on with leaps and bounds this year. I think that, the Bulldogs have got a stacked team. I've said it week after week after week. And I really like their list, and they're finally putting together. I think that's going to drag them over the line in this one. And frankly, it wouldn't surprise me if we're looking at 2016 again. The Saints, however, this is not the end of the road for the Saints. This is simply the beginnings of the Saints. I truly believe when I look at the St Kilda football team, I see early signs of greatness. If they keep playing the way they're playing, if they keep building up their list and staying injury-free, you could very well see a Saints premiership within the next 5 years. But that's my tips. Disagree with me or agree with me, it's up to you completely. The margin game, I think this week is going to be, I reckon it's going to be that 6th versus 7th. I reckon Saints versus Bullies, elimination final. One of these teams who have worked so hard this season to get to this point, and one of them is going home empty-handed first round out of the finals, which is so hard because both those teams have played so well this season. Who do you think is going to win, the Saints or the Bulldogs? And tell me by exactly how much. If you can pick the winner and the exact winning margin of that team, I will send you a free pack of either Team Coach or Footy Stars, or you can look at my trade folder and pick one of those for you to go. Obviously, these aren't guaranteed, so there's no point because I'm going to pick the Tigers, but I think the Cats beat the Eagles. I think the Lions beat the Bullies. I think that obviously the Tigers beat the Cats. I can't see past the Richmond Football Club. I'm sorry. And frankly, I reckon the Lions. This is what I really want to. This is the storybook that I would like to tell. Right? The Tigers haven't lost to the Gabba in all these games. Dusty and Cochin have never lost to the Lions in their entire career. Like all this sort of stuff is happening. The Tigers beat the Lions, and then it comes down to the grand final at the Gabba, and obviously, I think the Tigers will win, but it would be this beautiful storybook narrative if the Lions overcame all those odds and ended up winning the grand final at the Gabba. So, and that could very well set Lachie Neale up for one of those years of Brownlow, maybe Norm Smith and premiership medal like Dusty in 2017. I'm going to leave it all there. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're enjoying my content, please make sure you comment and like down below. If you're new to the channel, I would love for you maybe hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon for future videos. I got plenty more footy content as we go into the AFL season. We go deeper and we find out who those premiers are. I also do things like Pokemon and wrestling, and I've just ordered some cricket cards for the summer, so that's exciting to be lots of different content coming out in the future. Apart from all that, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure you're staying safe, being healthy, and being amazing. And as always, I will see you in the next one.